Today, we are meeting the newest member of the Street Food Union. They've been in business for 7 years and are one of the best in New Orleans street food. Please welcome Voodoo Chicken. So, Rory, what is Voodoo?
Voodoo Chicken, we serve New Orleans grilled chicken with hand-cut Cajun fries and homemade Louisiana hot sauces. Started Voodoo just sounds unusual, but to talk to members of the public. I wanted a way to get out onto the streets and ask people how their day was going and have a bit of a positive influence. If I go up to strangers on the street right here, right now, people will think I'm a madman. If I can attract them to Voodoo Chicken, bam, suddenly I've got an opportunity to say, hey, how's your day going?
Ah, lovely, I like that. So a little positivity that comes with every Voodoo portion.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about for me. Been going for 7 years now.
Wow.
So yeah, got a lot of experience under our belt. A lot of members of the public we've said hi to. We've got 4 fixed markets. We've got one here on the South Bank riverfront. We've got one at the South Bank Centre, which is every Friday to Sunday. We've got one at Lower Marsh Market in Waterloo, and we've got another at Tatchbrook Street Market in Pimlico, just behind Victoria Station.
Lovely. Everything's made completely from scratch, isn't it? Is that right?
Yep, no freezers in sight. Everything's made fresh to order. And any sauces we prepare in-house ourselves.
What's some of the things you love about street food?
Meeting and mixing with so many diverse people, whether it's office workers, students, tourists, and our team as well are very diverse. One benefit of that is we speak lots of different languages amongst the team. And when we get guests here, especially at a tourist location, we're normally able to tick off all languages.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's amazing.
In terms of other aspects that people might not be aware of, the hard graft of physically moving things every day. So our pop-up stall here, I physically have to move 1.5 tons of potatoes here every 7 days. It's incredibly physical. And then there's the handiwork as well. Again, no equipment is built for street food to be moved around every day. It requires constant maintenance. You've got to be handy with a drill. You've got to be able to plumb. You've got to be a gas engineer. So a bit of a jack of all trades, which again, I love.
I saw on your social media you were up till God knows what hour getting a setup ready. I think a lot of people don't know the hours that goes into street food. You had to load into a kitchen, was it, the other night?
Yeah, so actually building this new pop-up here, my 73-year-old father came down, started at midnight a couple of days ago, and we worked through the night here, right underneath Big Ben, setting up an extraction system in this pop-up. So again, it's open until 11 p.m. here, so we're only actually able to do the building work overnight.
So you've got 4 different setups out this week, every week. How on earth do you manage that? Is it down to your amazing team?
Yeah, first and foremost, Paddy, amazing team. Couldn't do any of this without the capability of my colleagues. I think what's so important amongst our team is the skill of hospitality. Hospitality is an art form. It's my job as the leader of our business to recreate hospitality amongst our team as an art form. It's something that we can practice every day and get better at. That's what is so important in my team, and that's what makes my job easy at the end of the day, because our colleagues are doing such a great job.
Where does your passion of hospitality come from? Because you're loading in 1.5 tons of potatoes every week, manual lifting, it's hard work. So where does that passion for hospitality come from?
Yeah, good question. It's such hard work that you've got to have something deep down keeping you going. For me, it's a bit of an unusual story. When I was a child, I ended up having to spend a couple of years in hospital. And whilst I didn't realize this at the time, I received so much care from strangers all around me that as an adult, there's been something in me that's wanted to give that back. Now I've got Voodoo Chicken as my baby. I inject every ounce of effort into giving that care that I received as a child back out to my team or the guests that visit us every day.
What you do compared to a lot of other traders, which is what we want to do at Street Food Union, is you don't, just because you get busy, you don't cut corners. Why is it so important to you not to sacrifice quality for money, really? There's a lot of traders, we get to a certain point and then we start attending big events and we can't cope because making everything from scratch is so difficult. But you can see you guys are hand cutting all your chips here. You're not going and buying chips.
Well, I think that comes back to every day wanting to attract as many people to us as possible so that we can say, hey, how are you doing, and hopefully have a very small positive influence on their day. Having that as our goal means that we'll never cut corners. We want to attract as many people to us as possible, which is why it's so important that we make as much as we can in-house. Out of our full menu, there's only 2 things that we buy in. One is Hellmann's mayonnaise, the other is Santa Maria tortilla wraps. They make those products better than we can. Everything else is made by a dedicated team of 3 in our prep kitchen. Wow. And then it's a logistical operation, getting it all to the right place at the right time.
Why are you joining Street Food Union?
Really to get a fair outcome with the partners we work with. I think, as you alluded to, Paddy, street food over the last 15 years has really been on an upward trajectory. I'd say 2024, this is the first year where I've seen that peter off, and if anything, decline a little bit, because event managers are starting to take so much in pitch fees that it's become unfeasible for an operator to participate in that event. For the first time this year, I've seen traders turn down opportunities to work at what once were really successful events. The reason is it's just not financially viable anymore. We want to work with Street Food Union to get a fair outcome for all parties.
Is there anything you want to change within the industry?
Yes, I think sometimes the relationship with event managers is the difficult one. As fees and financial arrangements change, it can be difficult for every party to feel like they're getting a fair outcome.
Yes.
We of course want to work with everyone and have a good result. But in the 7 years we've been going, certainly a lot of the pitch fee arrangements, whether that's been set prices or more likely nowadays percentages, it's very important to make sure we get a fair working relationship with all our partners. That's what I really like to work on.
I completely agree. Hence why I was trying to set up Street Food Union, get an elite group of traders and just work on making sure the traders make money for their hard work and rewarded, right? Because there's a lot of fees coming in the middle, which we're trying to get rid of. Because when we first started, like yourself, I was in the business for 6 years on my own, but before that for other people. And we've seen pitch fees go from, say, 15% to most our traders we've interviewed previously are averaging like a 30% pitch fee.
Absolutely.
So it's a huge difference. And customers don't know, obviously the price of stock alone has gone up, plus the middle fees. And people don't understand what they're paying at the very end is not going to the trader. We're not capitalizing. It's just the fees that are involved with doing it. So when you see fish and chips for 15 quid, we're not actually getting 15 quid for fish and chips. So yeah, it's just trying to highlight that. Thank you very much, Rory. Thanks for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you and talking about your business. Delighted to showcase you to people, and it's delighted to have you on board at Street Food Union. If you would like to follow, subscribe to our videos, we'll see you in the next video with our newest trader.
Okay, let's go. Big smile, cat. More smiling.
No F-bombs. No more F-bombs, right. The editor's listening.